it's time to welcome our final team of the day, a team that will be defending a Pac West title in 2016. It's the volleyball team. Coach, thanks for being here with all your players. Of course, want to introduce all of you first. With us today is head coach Robyn Felder, assistant coach Liz Fisher, junior right side hitter Brette Anderson, sophomore outside hitter Taylor Duryea, senior middle blocker Lindsay Garrett, as well as senior outside hitter Delayne Daniel. Hope I didn't miss anybody. Did I miss anybody?
Kailey Frei. Senior setter Kailey Frei.
Senior setter Kailey Frei. Thank you. I had a different order than was written down here, and so apologize for that. I wanted to make sure we got you all in here. But Coach, it's great to have you here and to wrap up our media day with you. Last year, we were with you, and I asked you about the Sweet 16 run in 2014, and you said, well, that was great, but we really wanted a Pac West championship. Now you come back with that Pac West ring in 2015, and what was really supposed to have been kind of a rebuilding year for you, but so others thought. Maybe you didn't think that, but how has that momentum from that Pac West championship carried through the offseason into this fall camp as you prepare to defend that title?
Yeah, that's just it. I mean, we're looking to defend that title. We brought back 15 girls from the spring, and we have 5 newcomers, so that's 20 kids in the gym. But 15 kids were here all year last year. Tons of experience, tons of momentum. We've got depth in every position, so we're feeling really good in camp right now.
Questions from our media?
Coach, you had a really slow start last year. I think you started out 3-7, then won 16 out of your last 19. And I know you say we need to play the good teams in the off season or before the conference start, and you seem to have a tough schedule again this year. What do you feel more confident that you're going to, win more than you lose before the season starts?
I sure hope so. I think we've set up our preseason schedule to just build. We host the first weekend. We've got 3 tough teams. We'll go over to Sonoma and play in the crossover. Of the 4 or 5 teams we play, I think 4 are in the top 25 in the nation. So we'll be able to get a really good gauge how well we're going to be able to compete right away. And like I said, preseason is just that. It's kind of a gauge of here's where we're at and we got to get better, or hey, we're right where we need to be and we still need to get better. So preseason's critical for us.
Coach, talk about some of the position battles, talk about some of the newcomers that you're excited to join, some of the experienced players coming back.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, every position has depth, 3 and 4 deep. All the girls here are returners, but I feel like all the newcomers just don't even seem like newcomers. They've come in, they're loud, they want to compete right away. I just feel like the depth we have is going to be hard to compete with. As of right now, I told them yesterday, you're making my job so difficult because I have 5 different rotations of starters and every one of them would be competitive. So that's a good thing. That's a good problem to have.
After last year's really close loss in the regionals, have you said anything to the team this offseason about how to refocus and as you prepare for this season?
Yeah, just in preparation of this season, we've met as a team and just kind of tried to set some goals. And, obviously they want to win the Pac West again. We'd love to go further in the regionals, but we focused on words like discipline and loyalty and just things that are program building versus just I want to win a particular game. If we can build our program the right way, then those things will happen. Wins will happen, but last year's over. As much as I want that game back, we got to just build on that's where we were and let's get better.
I have a question for Tay. The preseason awards aren't out yet, but you know what I'm going to ask. Last year, during conference play, you led the team in kills per set, points, aces on the top team in the conference, and you don't even merit an honorable mention in Pac West. Does that get you motivated for this year?
Yeah, it for sure motivates me. I don't look back on it a lot because there's nothing I can do and I don't have any control over it. And the awards at the end of the season aren't what make me want to win games and want to play. But it definitely motivates me to train harder, like on and off season, because I do want that award at the end.
Kailey, what's the off season like? For all you players. I mean, do you try to get as many games as you can, or are you just in the gym working on specific skill sets? Take me through kind of what you try to do.
Yeah, I think the off season is just as important. Like mentally, you just gotta get ready for the next season, and you just hope that even in the off season and summer that everyone's training to come back and want to win even more. So.
Question really for any of the players. What do you think are the strengths of this year's team?
I think a lot of our strengths, like Coach said, like we have a lot of depth. So all the girls that are coming in are really talented. We have so much talent in the gym, and that's just a benefit for every single person because everyone's fighting for a spot. And I love that because in the gym it's so competitive and everyone wants to win, and we have so much depth on the team, which is so nice.
This is a little different this year, knowing that the other teams in the conference are going to be coming after you guys because you won the conference title last year.
Yeah, I think it's a cool feeling to have that we're the best and everyone wants to beat us, and I think that pushes us harder because we do know there's a target on our back, and so I think it pushes us to work harder and defend that even more.
Lindsay, is there a certain team on the schedule you're looking forward to playing more than another maybe?
Not necessarily more than the other. Obviously, we like to play the tough teams. I think I'm looking forward to, I think our first conference game is against Point Loma, and it's there. And we've always struggled to beat them there, and so I'm really looking forward to that one. Hopefully we'll play well.
Delayne, you've always been kind of quiet, but on the court, you sometimes get these really, aggressive expressions on your face. You can tell you're really into the game. I'm wondering, are you that way in practice too, or is that just basically?
Oh yeah. Yeah, for sure. I mean, that's how I've always been, I guess. High school and playing at Snow before here, that's just kind of how I've always been. Yeah, I'd say for sure that's how I am during practice.
How big of a advantage is it playing at the old gym at home compared to when you're out on the road in volleyball, compared to other sports? I mean, is that a huge, I know you get some pretty rowdy crowds down there, and the fans are loving it.
Yeah, we do. We have one of the best crowds ever, I think. Like, we totally feel the energy from the fans, and that's, like, one thing. And when we travel, no one has a crowd like us. Like, we have so much support from St. George, and it's so awesome. And all the students at Dixie State, it's so fun. It definitely is a huge advantage. We just feed off of their energy. It's so fun.
Let's bring in Coach Fisher for just a quick question. What do you notice with this group and the newcomers? How's it different from last year at this time with last year's squad?
Honestly, I would say this is our best year so far. I mean, we're on our 4th day of practice, and it feels like we've been in the gym for weeks or even a few months. The chemistry is incredible. The level of competition is incredible. It's just really exciting. We cannot wait to start playing and see where they're at because we've looked really good so far, so it's been really awesome.
Lindsay, from a player's perspective, last year at this time, you really didn't know what you had coming in, but this year you guys have so much coming back, especially all conference performers coming back, and on top of that, really good season performers in Kailey and Tay. You guys feel a lot more confident at this time this year than you did last year?
Absolutely. I think that, like they said, this year has just been so different. I think the newcomers have jumped in and just really, really bonded with the team easily. It's like they've been here for weeks. And I think that we have a lot of returners, which is also a positive because it's always nice to have experience when you're starting out the season. And I think we're going to be really well. We're going to do really well.
One final question for the players, and even you can look at it from a coach's standpoint too, but we'll ask the players. You get to start the season at home and host that tournament and welcome some teams that maybe you haven't played as much or at all in your program. How important for you is to have a good start since you're starting at home?
I think it's really important to start strong to kind of see where we are and give us confidence going into the other games and into our season. And I also think that it's important to have fans come out and see what our team can do and bring in a lot of support this year as well.